This is Fly Guy for TekSushi.com and also for DorksideToys.com, doing the last of our figure reviews for the Marvel Legends Avengers All-Father Build-A-Figure range. Phew, that is a title I'm really not going to miss saying again and again. So these are Marvel 6-inch figures, if you weren't aware, and this is the Maidens of Might, of one of which is Scarlet Witch. You can see Scarlet on the side of the packaging for this figure, and that also doubles up as the same packaging used for Captain Marvel, which we've just reviewed. There's some of the images on the back of the box of the two characters there. Scarlet Witch, great looking figure, as is Captain Marvel. And all of the figures have been reviewed in this wave now, so you can check them out on either site in playlists. And this also gives us the option to build two figures, and that's the next review we'll have coming up, which is an option for King Thor or Odin. You get to build a figure for the two different versions. Not all the parts are shown there, but we'll get around to that shortly. Alright, let's get a look at the, before we look at the figure, let's look at the accessories that come in this for the Build-A-Figure. So in this one, we're basically getting Odin's head, cape, and staff. So there's two different capes. You'll see there, one's for Thor, and this one is basically for Odin. So yeah, very confusing. Lots of different figures. Same cape, basically, just painted in blue. And there we go. A very cool look. Let me see if I can focus that a little better. There we go. Nicely done there. Very cool looking Odin's head there. King Odin, I should say. Or is it King Thor? I can never remember. So, nicely done sculpt and detail, but again, we'll get to look at that in the next review in a little bit more detail. But cool figure nonetheless. And the last accessory is his staff that he comes with. Pretty straightforward, all one colour, there's no silver or any other kind of accessories, so pretty straightforward. So stay tuned for the next vid and we'll get to look at that. But now, Scarlet Witch. Great looking figure, really, really well done on this. I'm really still not quite so sure about the mystical power kind of rings coming off her hands there personally, but they are detachable, thankfully, so you can take them off. And let's do that. So you can see there that they clip on basically around the hand. Or you could put one further up the forearm if you wanted, but the little kind of comic-like effects of her power that blast off. That looks like a little set of glasses for me there. There you go. Hey! So, so both of them clip off. There we go. And let's get a look proper at the figure. Great facial sculpt. Really well done. Love the way they've done the hair. Again, there's weathering in there and the sculpt and the detail. Black and brown and red coming through, and that's weaving in and around that Scarlet Witch kind of, I guess, almost Magneto-like crown that she wears in some ways, but it's beautifully, beautifully done. That's a great sculpt in there that they've done. You can really see the black and the brown and the red come up through that. It's exceptionally well done, and that snakes all the way down her back. So beautifully, beautifully done. So you can, if you want, take the cape off. We could if we pop the head off. You'll see that the cape is removable, just sits on top of her shoulders there. Beautifully done as well. Nice sculpting on this. This is original as far as I can tell. I haven't seen anybody do this, but or have this cape before, but it's really well done. The colour's really vibrant. It's really nice. Do like it. No other colours on there really, apart from that kind of standard red plastic. And let me just put the figure back on. There we go. So her head is pretty immovable because of the volume of hair, very common for the female figures to move much further back. So that's as far back as you're going to get. It will tilt a little bit further forward, but that's pretty much your whack. You're limited. A little bit of round to the side and back there again, but again you're limited by that volume of hair that she's got going on. She obviously doesn't catch a cold because there's she's not wearing a lot in this one anyway, so a little skimpy outfit going on, but that's Marvel Comics for you. And of course, every female crime fighter, I'm sure, just loves to get there and kick ass in high heels. So sore feet obviously do not occur in the Marvel universe, but it's a good looking figure. So certainly comic version here, it's very accurate and looks very good indeed. Facial sculpt looks great, those eyes are fantastic, the eyebrows, the skin tones are very good as well, and very simplistic paint that Hasbro applied for the top half of the body and a little moulding there around that just up to the abdomen, which is a shame because it's almost a little different colour there, that plastic, but it still matches pretty well. Down to the thighs there, and into these ginormous red Scarlet boots that she's got on. So in terms of articulation, we obviously saw there's limited movement on the head there. You can see in the shoulders, it's swivel basically on that pivot, and you can see the same for the elbows, single join at the elbows and double join, both tilting the arm back and forth, and obviously swivel for the wrists too. So she's obviously got that swivel upper torso, so plenty of movement round back and forth. The thighs have that little peg up at the top, which also have a swivel up at the top of the thighs too, down to double joints on the knees and down to rocking ankles with those high heels. So yeah, pretty tough stuff. And also we've got peg holes, which is fantastic considering there's not a great deal of room going on at those figures, at the feet I should say. But great looking figure overall, really fantastic. I think she's going to be one selling incredibly well. She's sold out literally at Dorkside, but there may be some options available. We'll put some links below where you can perhaps get Scarlet Witch. Yeah, good looking figure. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Do you like this version of Scarlet Witch? How long have you been waiting for the Hasbro to make this? It's definitely one I think to add to your collection, but again, love to know your thoughts. Please do leave a comment, give it a thumbs up or whatever you want to do, and if you're brand new to either Dorkside Toys or TekSushi, then just click subscribe and we'll get lots of other cool toy reviews straight into your inbox the minute we get them. Stay tuned next for the Build-A-Figure versions that we'll show you, and that will be the last of the Avengers. That's it for now. Cheers.